Good afternoon. Amjambo. Hebu tuweze kutulia. Let's take our seats. May we call this session to order and request that we move to the next item. Our following item is appointment or selection of auditors for the year 2022. And as already been done, this financial year was done by Ernst & Young, and this group of auditors was recommended in our last AGM, so they have done their first year. And maybe because of our tradition that we select auditors who are actually approved by our funders and donors, USAID specifically. So we have done with 3 of the auditors out of the 5 that are selected, but the 3rd one has only served 1 year. So in this case, I don't see any harm in us requesting your approval for Ernst & Young to continue to carry out our audit. But if there is somebody who has that contrary opinion, we can always listen to that. And if not, it will be very easy for me to request that we endorse with a proposer and a seconder. Who is proposing? Ole Nampaso from Mara is proposing. Can we get a seconder? Pardon? Make a who? From Baringo. Asante sana. So it should go in records that Ernst & Young be our auditors for the year 2022. That having been done, we would wish to proceed to the next item of adoption or admission of new members and adoption of the amendments to our Constitution. So Dixon will take the floor to lead us through that. Then we move forward. Dixon, welcome.
Thank you very much, Chair. In compliance of our Constitution, Section 8, our members are fill out forms. They apply to become members of the network. Their names go through the NCC for approval, and then they are admitted during the annual general meeting. On page 5, and also on the screen, a number of conservancies that have applied since we last met. There are 15 of them, although there is an amendment, number 6 and number 7. Number 6 and number 7 is actually a repetition. So please ignore number 7. We are just looking at number 6. So the first conservancy is Kiborit in Baringo. It's on community land, right next to the edge of the forest. Our team have been able to visit. It's been in existence for a while, but more recently they applied to join us. Again in Baringo, we have Chuine Conservancy, which is in Sandai location. I've been able to visit. It's a conservancy that has been in existence, but they were this time able to join us. I don't know whether Kiborit and Chuine representatives are here. Maybe you can stand. So we have Kiborit and Chuine. At least those two conservancies we have been able to visit. We held meetings with them. Karibuni sana. In Laikipia, we have Olenaishu. It's a conservancy. Do we have a representative? I think that might be Abdi. Abdi Sora ako hapa? Okay, so maybe still outside. We have Garissa, Kamude Conservancy. Do we have the representative? Kamude? Yeah, ako hapo, karibu sana. They've been doing incredible work with their rangers. In Machakos, Malinda Ranch, Lukenya Wildlife Conservancy, they are here. We've been able to visit them. They are here, the two of them. We had discussion. I saw some of the most impressive numbers of cocked hartebeest, not very far from here in Machakos. In Mandera, we have Contomas. Do we have a representative? No. We have 4 conservancies in Marsabit that were established some years back by the county government of Marsabit. They had rangers, they had managers, and during the transition into the next, most recent leadership, the county government withdrew their support. So WWF supported us to visit them. We held meetings with them. They are beginning to restructure. There are a bit of challenges in Marsabit, as most of you may be aware, but we felt, and the NCC approved, that we bring them on board so that we are also able to work with them and learn with them. There is Eledimtu, Darade, Dukana, Baluk, and Dabel. I don't know whether any of their representatives are here. Not here. Then in Nairobi, we have the African Fund for Endangered Wildlife, popularly known as the Giraffe Center. I think most of you know where it is, here in Karen. In Nandi County, we have Kingwal, Africa Kingwal Conservancy. Is registered as a CBO. It's a wetland with a very strong population of Sitatunga. We managed to visit them some time back. Do we have anybody from Kingwal? No? And then Jora Conservancy, Taita Taveta. Do we have a representative from Jora? Please, maybe you can stand up. So that's, sorry? Oh, sorry, okay. Karibu sana. So that's Jora Conservancy. We have Lorongon in Turkana County. Is the representative with us today? Yes, that's Lorongon. They've been sharing with us a lot of work they are doing with the rangers. I'm glad to have a conservancy in Turkana. I think most of you remember the 4 conservancies that were established initially by NRT. So Lorongon has now been established. So those are 14 conservancies which we are adopting today. So I'll before I ask the chair to lead the adoption process, we have also received, after our AGM, after our NCC meeting, we've received a number of conservancies, Sericho, Kina, Garbatula, and Cherab. Are the members here? Yeah, they are here. Are the 2 are here? Okay. So by procedure, we will present those 4 to the NCC first before we bring to the AGM, so that we can adopt them in our next AGM. But as soon as the NCC adopts them in their next meeting, we'll get more details for you from those conservancies. But now for today, we have 14 members who joined us. Welcome, Chair, to present them for admission.
Having gone through this, although the total is, oh, you cleared it. Can we get back to it? Yes. Contomas has been repeated, so in the total we minus 100. And then Marsabit, TBC, what is the acreage, the size of TBC, to be ascertained. So it is not inclusive. And then you mentioned in Marsabit, before you came to the bell, you mentioned another name, like Dakur. I had something like that. So are you sneaking or you are reading from a different script? Yes, between number 10 and 11. No. Marsabit, you said Dimtu, Darathe, Dukana, and I had something else in between Dukana and Dabel. Is that the case? So it's my imagination. Correct? Okay. So that we don't endorse what we are not seeing, isn't it? Asante sana. Now, I want to present to you a number of 14 members, conservancies that have fulfilled the criteria for joining KWCA. And I want to ask your approval through a proposer and a seconder. Are we in agreement? Proposer?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mimi niko tu na swali kidogo kwa hii mambo ya kwa hii column ya conservancy type. Labda kuna ingine ninaona tu community, ingine ninaona private. I would like further elaboration kwa sababu labda kama ni CBO ingeandikwa tu CBO bala kusema private, kwa sababu ukisema private to me inaniwekea ka question mark mahali. But I like the officer.
No, we have community conservancies and we also have private conservancies.
Yes.
Those that are on private land and not on community land are private conservancies.
But an African Foundation for Endangered Wildlife, that's a CBO. That's an organization. Shall I write that it is an organization but not private?
Is a CBO coming as a conservancy?
Yeah. So maybe just to clarify a little bit.
What you have in conservancy type is dependent on who owns the land. So if it is written private, it means that that conservancy is on land which has a private title. When we have another category called group, but we don't have members, where many people have titles, they come together and form a conservancy. The name of the conservancy varies depending on how it was registered. Many of our conservancies are registered as CBOs, so they are indeed organizations. So there is a bit, there is a difference in that. And so for private, it means the land is privately owned. For Kingwell, the land is not privately owned. It's a CBO. They registered as CBO, but it's a community around the swamp that own the land as a community, not as a private person.
Thank you for that clarity. Proposer? A comment? Another comment, Letoye.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chairman. Maybe just for purposes of clarification with the forum or with the leadership forum, the CEO mentioned 4 conservancies that are not listed there. And I just want also to add that the 4 conservancies in Isiolo County, Sherab, Serisho, Garbatula, and Kina, are actually members of NRT, and they have qualified, met all the criteria, and NRT is already working with them. So that's just the information I wanted to share with the team. So maybe if it is discussed today or maybe in our next meeting, but that's just an information I just wanted to share. Thank you.
Noted. Thank you very much. Proposal for the adoption of 14 conservancies. Proposed, seconded by Salim from Mwaluganje. Yes. From Northeastern. So, having done that, we move to the next level. Is it amendments?
Thank you. And thank you. We welcome all the members who are new and joining us. We'll make plans to visit you in due time to learn about what you're doing, but also to address some of the gaps that we may have identified in the application process. The next agenda is the resolution on adopting our amended constitution. As you remember, in our AGM of 2021, we had proposed several amendments. Part of it was to include recognition of regional association, and there are many other amendments that we had proposed and adopted in 2021. We then submitted those amendments. Sorry. We then submitted those amendments to the lawyer, who then looked through and edited the document and then gave it back to us. On receiving it, we identified a few other sections that needed improvement. Number one, our constitution had gender insensitive language. For example, it referred the chairman as he and him. So we wanted to make sure that our constitution also is sensitive, and we went through it and edited sections that to include either she or he, or him or her. And then section 20, clause 20.1, we also edited and discussed with the council to provide inclusion of nomination of a representative of the Women Forum in the NCC. This was approved during our AGM, I think it was 2019, if I'm not wrong. We did agree that the chair of the forum becomes a member of the council, but in order for it to be legally recognized, we needed to amend our constitution to that effect. And then finally, 20.4, the composition of the council to adhere to the gender rule as provided for in our constitution was missing in our constitution, and we felt that it's important that we include, and this was also discussed with the council, and so we have now edited out, included every statement from the previous 2021, these additional ones, and we now have a complete amended constitution. But for procedure, before we submit to the registrar, we have to submit annual general meeting minutes indicating that the amended constitution has been adopted. And so I'd like to give the chair this session to lead us in the adoption. Then we go to the next agenda.
Thank you very much. So basically, items on the screen require your authority so that we incorporate in our constitution. And I believe they are not technical terms, they are straightforward. Sini kweli? Yes, so let's just say specifically all through, ikubalike, ipitishwe, ilivyo. Can we get a proposal? There is a proposal there. Rover from NRT Coast. Seconder.
I second. Mike Lesiamito from Kalama.
You are?
Mike Lesiamito from Kalama, I second.
Aya, sijui kama umesikia, mimi sijasikia.
Mike Lesiamito from Kalama Conservancy, Chair.
Mike
Lesiamito.
Lesiamito.
Anyway,
From
Kalama Wildlife Conservancy.
Kalama. Is it? Aya, asante sana. Sasa hii imekubalika ikuwe part of our constitution. I think that is all for what we were set to amend. And before we finalize on the election agenda, there was a member who wanted to make a request in terms of training, and I want to give this member a minute to express what he wished to tell us. And this is Tomboi from Nyekweri. A minute and a half, if you can. You can stand there.
Okay, my name is Peter Oletomboy from Nyekweri Kimindet Forest Conservation Trust. I'm the chairman. And again, I am the marketing officer of National Association for Retired Police Officers, Narok chapter. We have a security, we have started a security and consultant firm to train rangers and guards. And we have all the documents, all the licenses from the government, so we are ready to train rangers and guards. So I'm here to let you know that we have that training just to Masai Mara, a conservancy called Nasholai. So we have opened that training, and you are all welcome. If you want to know more, you can take my number, then you can call me. My number is 0711 361 713. Kwa Kiswahili, ningependa kuchukua nafasi hii kuwajulisha kwamba tumefungua training pale pande ile ya Masai Mara, just to Masai Mara. Conservancy inaitwa Nasholai. Is actually for retired, National Retired Police Officers Training College. So if you want, ukitaka kulete askari yako huko, unakaribishwa. Ndio nimesema ni afadhali niwaeleze kwamba sio Manyani peke yake. We have that new training. Na hawa ni wale walikuwa na train GSU, police, wote tuko nao. So usiwe na shaka, ikiwa kuna mahitaji unahitaji, tafadhali unaweza kunipigia mimi, alafu nitakuconnect. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Kwa hivyo Tomboi anasema kama kuna wale ambao hawajakuwa trained na KWS, they are offering similar services. But naona kama wako based in Masai Mara, so their focal point is Masai Mara. Lakini kama mutakuwa in the rest of the republic, sawa, we would have given you an audience. Asante sana for your comments. And I think now we need to wind up, kuingie mambo yale mengine mapya ya uchaguzi. I know elections are sensitive. You may have done campaigns. Kile ambacho tunasema, kuna wengi wetu tukitoka leo hatutatafuta wadhifa huo tena, tunawaachilia muendelee. Na kile ambacho tungependa kusema ni kwamba tumekuza association hii na tungependa kuacha kwa mikono salama. So we just request you to get us people of integrity to continue this good work, so that KWCA can continue to grow from strength to strength. Kwa hivyo nitachukua nafasi hii nimuite returning officer aje declare KWCA board dissolved na aitishe uchaguzi. RO, Wapi IBC wa KWCA? Please take the floor. Tumkaribishe.
Habari zenu? Habari zenu? Naitwa Melissa Mawanda. I am the presiding officer for this afternoon for the election process. Thank you so much for having me here. Asanteni sana. And to start with, sijui kama kila mtu alipata guidelines. Tulifaa kwa tunaangalia wale watu wenye tunataka wa take over for the next period, yeah? For the next 3 years. So, haiwezi kuwa mtu mwenye ameshaka na hiyo kiti mara mbili. Kwa hivyo for the past 6 years, haiwezi kuwa huyo mtu tena. Sawa sawa? Sawa? Alafu, inaweza kuwa mtu at least amekuwa kwa hizi meetings at least for 1 term. Tuko pamoja? Mumeona hizo guidelines pahali? Lazima mchague mtu mwenye ako na integrity, mtu mwenye anaweza shikilia hiyo kiti. Kama ni treasury, ikuwe mtu mwenye at least mambo ya hesabu anaelewa. Because this is someone who will hold office kwa muda wa miaka 3 zijao. Sawa? Aya, mlikuwa mmepewa makaratasi za nomination. Nomination forms mlipata? Hello? Mlizipata? Kuna mtu ambaye bado anataka kupeana nomination form yako nayo? If you have any that you want to bring to me, kama unataka kuniletea naomba unipe kwa muda wa dakika 5 zifuatao. Alafu kisha ningependa kuita wale ambao wamekuwa kwenye hiyo executive committee currently. That's the secretary, the treasurer, the vice chair, and the chair who have been holding office. Karibuni. Wapo kweli? So these are the team that have served us for the past 3 years. And we want you there so that you can take a picture because this is your last day in office. Wapatie makofi, wamefanya kazi njema, tunawashukuru sana. Thank you so much for all the great work that you have done. Thank you for being supportive to the council. Thank you for heading the council. We wish you well. Unless you end up coming back. But we wish you well and we thank you so much. And kindly, the rest of the members who are council, please come and join so that we can take a picture. Wale wengine wenye wapo kwenye council, naomba mje. Naomba tuharakishe tu tupige picha mara moja. Let's appreciate them. Makofi jamani, makofi. So we appreciate all of you for your hard work. Thank you so much. I know you'll still be members, but we appreciate you. Mnaona gender bias? Bring your nomination forms. Everything has a solution, sawa? Wamama? Aye, naomba mmesikia. Thank you so much. Give them a clap. The chair perhaps can say something on. Oh, sorry. Please come back.
Thank you very much. Labda ningependa kusema kwamba tumefurahi kufanya na hao wangwana kazi. They have been a very cooperative board, and we are happy to retire together. But if there are those who are seeking re-election, they have been very good. Singependa kusema reject any. If there are those seeking re-election, consider them. But at least they have been working very well with us, and they have supported KWCA, and we look forward to a new team doing exactly what they did or even better. Nawatakia mazuri wakienda kule mashinani, waendelee kujenga taifa huko. Let them not rot in the villages, si ndio? Waendelee kujenga. Otherwise, they have immense experience and knowledge, and we enjoyed working together, and we look forward to positive development here and elsewhere. And may God bless them as they go out, and may God bless you as you continue to build KWCA. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. So I'll officially declare the nomination process complete. So I will announce those who have been nominated. So I will start with the secretary. The person nominated for position of secretary for the NCC is Nyunyuat Sengeni John. Nimeisema vizuri? Nyunyuat Sengeni John. Ako wapi? Naomba ukaribie tafadhali. So there was only one nomination for this position. So we are all in agreement? We are all in agreement? Tumekubaliana? Sawa sawa. Kwa hivyo Nyunyuat, karibu. Mngekuwa mnafanyia hivi Chebukati, amngewahi pigana kwa hii nchi. You're the official secretary of the National Conservation Council. The nomination for treasurer, David Lusoka Mshila. David? David Lusoka Mshila was the sole nomination for treasurer for the NCC. Are we all in agreement? Tumekubaliana wote? Sawa. David, you are the official treasurer for the NCC. Nomination for vice chairperson, Sadia Mohammed. Sadia. Sadia Mohammed was the sole nomination for position of vice chairperson. Sadia, you're the new vice chairperson for the National Convention Council. Finally, the nomination for position of chairman is Jackson Mwato. Jackson is the sole nominee for position of chairman. Jackson, you're officially the chair for the NCC. So thank you. I think those are the results that have been announced without going through the ballot process because there were sole nominations. Hakukuwa na haja ya kupiga kura. Sawa sawa? Aye. For the Women's Forum, also mlipiga kura yenu ya women representative. Where is she currently? Penina Taki is your women representative for the NCC. So they will introduce themselves where the Conservancies are, and now that they're aware of the new position.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm very glad and I'm very pleased, and I thank God for this position. Mama Hoe. And I promise to take the mantle high, and I promise to serve you at a higher level. I'm grateful. Again, I can say thank you so much for, let me say, any nina raha, because I can see I have a helper here, hoping that all regions will send us at least 4. We still need 4 to 5 women. Kwa hivyo mimi nasema asante sana na Mungu awabariki.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Okay. Nimetoka Amara, Damat Conservancy.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sadia Mohammed. I'm from Isiolo County, Nasulu Community Conservancy. I appreciate all of you. I will work hard and we will work together. Thank you.
Hamjambo. Kwa majina ni John Sengeny. I'm the chairman Nabusha Conservancy Mara Region. Ningependa kuwashukuru kwa kupata kiti bila kupingwa. To me, it is not normal. Na huwa napenda kupingwa. So this is unique, but our promise is that tutashirikiana na tutafanya kazi pamoja. Asanteni.
Hamjambo. Habari zenu. Kwa majina naitwa David Mshila. Nataka kushukuru Mungu kwa hii nafasi amenipatia. Na pia nawashukuru kwa kunipatia nafasi nikuwe treasurer wenu, na nataka niwahakikishe kwamba pesa zenu zote zitakuwa ziko sawa sawa kabisa vile ilikuwa mbeleni. Mimi ni mtu ambaye ni open and transparent, ambaye naamini kwamba mambo yote lazima tupate service kwa members wetu, na nitahakikisha hiyo. Asanteni sana. Nilikuwa nafikiri nimesema natoka Mbale Ranch Conservancy, Taita Taveta.
Asante, tumpigie makofi vizuri. Wacha nichukue hii nafasi kwa salimu. Hamjambo tena. Hamjambo. Yangu yatakuwa machache kwa sababu niko na furaha sana kukuwa entrusted na hii responsibility ya chairman wa Kenya Wildlife Conservancies Association.
Lakini wacha niseme kwamba nakuja kwa mara ya pili. Mara ya kwanza mlinichagua ikiwa hata si kuwa. I was selected in absentia in the last 3 years to serve as a treasurer. I had a bit of a discussion with my chair, and he informed me that he will not want to renew the term. We could have had all the respect to continue serving with him, but when he said he wants to leave, he made me excited to take over the leadership from him. So thank you. I just want to assure all our members that going forward, we all have a responsibility, not only the NCC officials or NCC board, but individually at our landscape, we have a responsibility to make conservancies, to stand firm, and to be a popular land use option for our landowners. Ni lazima tufanye bidii, tufanye ili conservancies yetu katika maeneo tunayotoka ikuwe ni matumizi bora ya ardhi ambayo inafaidisha wenye ardhi, ili hiyo ardhi ikae katika hiyo conservation kwa muda mrefu. So singependa kusema mengi. Tulikuwa na vijana asubuhi, sijasikia sana ile request ya vijana vile tutaifanya, kwa sababu wao pia walikuwa na request asubuhi. So we will work with the incoming board to see how we can also work with the youth, just like the way the women are already getting a chance in the NCC and basically in all our regions and the national forum. So the same should happen to youth, so that we become a generation that is considering succession. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.
So thank you very much. I think the regionals had not selected yet. All right, thank you so much. Have a blessed 3 years in the journey ahead.
Thank you very much, Melissa, for presiding over that election. I'm surprised because we had prepared ballot boxes. Tulikuwa na ballots, tulikuwa tumeweka stamp. Sasa tumeshangaa. Tulikuwa tunatarajia kutakuwa na kupiga kura, but hata kuelektiwa bila kupingwa pia ni kupiga kura. So thank you very much. We welcome the new officials. And as you know, in our constitution, this team will also elect 3 technical persons to join the executive committee. So that hiyo itafanyika baadaye. Nimesema kwamba katika constitution yetu board ambayo inakuja itachagua watu 3 ambao ni watu ambao wako na inaitwa nini, technical hawa ili waweze kutusaidia. Sasa tuko na section baadaye ya kutusikia kutoka kwenu. Mwaka ujao tutaanza kutengeneza strategic plan ya KWCA. KWCA strategic plan started in 2019, it's ending in 2023. Before the end of the strategic plan, we'll begin developing a strategic plan. So we would like to hear later from you some of the things that you like us to focus on, some of the reactions from the deliberations from this morning, and also some of the issues that you are dealing with in the regions. Nimesema mwaka ujao tutaanza kutengeneza strategic plan ya kuanzia 2023, the next 5 years, na tutaanza kusikiliza nyinyi yale ambayo mungependa association itilie mkazo, yale ambayo comments ya yale ambayo mmesikia leo, labda kama kutakuwa na comments kwa board, kuwashukuru kwa ile kazi wamefanya, kwa secretariat, na jambo yoyote ambayo ungependa kutufahamisha, tungependa tuwe na nafasi ili tusiwe tumekuja hapa tukaambiwa tukaenda. Pia sisi tunataka kusikiza kwenu, na ili tuweze kukuwa na nafasi nzuri, ningependa kupendekeza kwamba tutakapoenda regions tujaribu kufupisha hiyo process ya kunominate regional representative, na ili tuweze kurudi mapema ndio tuweze sasa kupata microphone zote mbili huko chini tusikize kutoka kwenu. Regional meetings zitaendelea namna hii. Wote mnajua region yenu, mtatoka nje, lakini wale wanataka kubaki, kama mko wachache, mnaweza chukua meza fulani, msikizane, muongee, mchaguane, mtuchagulie representative wenu, mtachukua form, mjaze. Kama kutakuwa na watu wawili wangependa kushindana, mtafanyia huko, msilete hapa, si ndio? Alafu sasa mkisikizana mtatuletea majina. Kumbuka tuko na regions 13 na kila region itakuwa na representative mmoja peke yake. Na pia kuna ile changamoto ya kuinclude women. Nasikia constitution yetu inasema 2/3 gender rule. Hiyo ni kumaanisha wamama kati ya 4, 5 ama 6. Kwa hivyo pia muweze kuchangia na vile mnaweza wahusisha kina mama. Mujue kwamba representative wa region kazi yake kubwa ni kuhakikisha yale yote tunazungumzia kwa KWCA atazipeleka kwa region. Kwa hivyo ni mtu ambaye ako na communication skills. Tukifanya NCC wakipitisha jambo, yeye ndiye anatarajiwa aende aseme. Yeye pia ndiye anatarajia kulete mapendekezo, maoni, suggestion kutoka members kwa NCC. Kwa hivyo ni mtu ambaye ataweza kuja kwa kikao na ataweza kuwa link. Hiyo ndio kazi yake, kuwa link ya NCC na members. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio, na yale mengine yako hapo kwa wanaitwa nini? Hiyo document. Wale ambao ni observers, kama wewe sio representative wa conservancy fulani, hauwezi chaguliwa kama member, lakini unaweza join group yenu. Hauwezi piga kura huko, lakini unaweza enda huko kama observer. Kwa hivyo kwa wale ambao wanajulikana, especially wale NCC current members, you can help us facilitate that process ili tuweze kukamilisha kwa haraka iwezekanavyo. Kwa hivyo tutatumia mlango hii, tuko na field kubwa hapa, muende mfanye. Alafu nasikia kuna wengine labda walikuwa na AGM kwa region. Kama mshafanya hivyo, chukua form, jaza, alafu utalete kwa presiding officer. Karibuni. Tufanye kwa haraka ndio tuweze kurudi. Hello, dakika moja tafadhali. Shh. Kidogo, announcement. Chai iko tayari. Ukimaliza election yako, mmoja wenu ama wawili walete jina, wengine wanaweza pata kikombe ya chai kwa haraka, alafu tuweze kurudi.